Finally, it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't deny it. Finally, you come along the way I feel about it. You just can't be wrong. Come on, CC. Finally, I'm able to do this review, y'all. Forgive me for saying I was gonna have it done that day. We in here. How about that? Okay, so Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 18, reunion part 2, child. Y'all know what it gives. Okay, so the girls are still out there, meaning Courtney and Monyetta. The friends of the show are still out there, right? And they're talking, and this is when Drew tells Courtney to mind her business, and don't you ever put my child name in your raggedy mouth. Don't you ever think that you're going to do that to my child. And Courtney was just like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And so, yeah, I'll tell you, like I said before, Courtney is a hot mess. Courtney is old school Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, just you know, get in there, grimy, don't care. No real loyalty, and just do the thing. That would have worked back in the day. But now, these days, that don't necessarily work. Her route of coming onto the show. Her way of going about the show, I should say. But I stand by this. I still like Courtney more for the show than I do Monyetta. Courtney's a hot mess. She's the most evil cousin in the world. But she was a whole hell of a lot more entertaining than that Monyetta. But I like Monyetta more as a person in real life, for sure. But on the show, Monyetta was just kind of... Y'all know what it gave. So anyway, let me see. They asked Drew, Andy asked Drew, do you believe what Ralph said, that she cheated? She was just like, yeah. And so I think Andy asked Courtney, when did he tell you that he was leaving Drew or whatever, or filing for divorce? She said after the whole allegations came out about her cheating and all that kind of stuff. I said, child, her and Ralph done got together and created this whole thing. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Even Drew think that all of this doing is Ralph. And, you know, I mean, of course it is, you know. And she also made a comment later on where she said that she thinks that Ralph and Mimi Foss got together to create this whole narrative about her messing around with Ty and stuff. My only thing with Drew, once again, like I've always said, I just don't know what to believe when it comes to Drew. I just don't know what to believe. I like Drew. I think Drew's good for the show, but I just don't. She do tell lies. The fact that all those women sat up there, I think last reunion, last episode, and they all agreed unanimously, even your friends, that you are a liar, Drew, then that means that you're a liar. Girl, everybody not jealous of you. Everybody don't wish bad on you. Everybody ain't for the best. So everybody lying on you, Drew. I just can't. Drew at Walgreens, and she'll say she at Walmart. But what's you lying for? Who even... Girl. Okay. So let me see. Moving on from that, they asked Candy, you know, about the whole Todd situation. You know, and Candy was like, well, I mean, she did say, so, as we saw on the show, Drew told Monyetta that Todd was her girl crush. And so then Monyetta told me, and then me as Candy, I told Erica. Erica's the girl that's in the Past movie, the main star, you know, opposite of Drew. She was like, and I told Monyetta, and then I told Erica, and then Erica brought Ty to set the next day, or Ty ended up coming because she ended up telling Ty. So it's just like, so really the real mess is Erica, ain't she? Or the fact that a lot of these people that you're talking to, Drew, ain't your real friends, child, because we got to get on the assistant. Andy asked Marlo and Sheree what they had, the tea that they had on Drew, and here comes Sheree pulling out more receipts. I swear, Sheree and Drew was sitting on all kind of fruits and chocolates and vanilla envelopes and all kind of stuff they were sitting on. I said, Lord, I know their ass was on fire. But it just didn't faze them. I was just like, well, what's going on? And they were sitting on all kinds of stuff. I said, Lord have mercy, literally. I said, Lord, but so some Amazon driver done dropped off Sheree's package. And the package at the chateau done gave Sheree text messages between Drew and Ty. And Ty was just like, Drew was like, yeah, my DMs are popping. I mean, we be talking and chatting and stuff, but it ain't nothing like that. Apparently, some of the ladies say that some of the text messages was incriminating. Some said they wasn't. It's just, you know, it's a mess. It is a mess. Drew, you're going to have to be honest about something. Now, the thing that I don't get about Drew, if she is lying about this whole thing, about her with Ty and all that, what she don't get is that we don't even give a damn what you did to Ralph. If you cheated on Ralph or not, who cares? You're the only one that care. Because we see how Ralph has treated you since the very beginning of being on the show. If he done allegedly cheated on you 25 times, let's say, and if you cheat once or twice, I mean, who cares? But you the only one that care. But I get it. It's different pressures for women versus men. It's different. You know, men can go out here and just sleep with the world, married or not, and he is still, you know, it's cool. But women can't do the same without being called all kind of names, etc. So I get that. And, you know, some people take marriage more seriously than others. Even though it's two people in a marriage, it's always one that seems to take it more seriously than the other person. It's just sad. It's unfortunate. It's just a hot mess. Everybody breaking up these days, child. Y'all saw Tiana and Iman. They broke up and stuff. And Drew and Ralph and Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. And what's going on in the world of love? What's going on? Why don't nobody stay together? I just think people just change into different folk. They do. You just grow out of love. I don't know. Well, I think you'll always love the person you grow out of like. It's very important to like the person that you with every day, that you sleeping next to. It's very important to like them. Because there's plenty of people that we love in our everyday life, but we don't necessarily need to see them or want to see them every damn day. So, you know, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. I'm so scared of marriage, I don't even know what to do. And I ain't even got 2 quarters to rub together. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. We go backstage. They cut for lunch. We see Sheree and Marlo kikiing. You know, she news. Sheree did not print out no fashions, but what she did print out was this newspaper. And, you know, to try to embarrass Candy, to come for Candy. I was like, girl, gone. But apparently at Sheen, they charge $7, and Candy sell the same stuff allegedly as Sheen, and she charges $75. But I was just like, well, Sheree, the same thing can be said for you too, correct? It's the same sweatshirts you selling for $300. I can go to Walmart and get a whole set for $30. So, I mean, what's the difference? Oh, my stuff is real material, actual raw, organic, and child. You put it in the washing machine too many times, they still shrink. Like every damn thing else. Girl, gone. Or I don't give a damn about no organic clothing. Child. This damn cotton crossed my ass so I can go on to work. So anyway, let me see. Okay, so we get, also what happened backstage was Courtney was hugging on her cousin, Ralph, and then we saw Allison, Drew's sister, walk by. Courtney tried to close the door while Allison was right there. and stuff, just being nasty and rude, and they end up closing the door. Whoever else was in the room, and Courtney telling Ralph, "I know you love her, but you know it's not a love. She keeps disrespecting you." Blah blah blah. It's just real interesting how, out of all the family members that Ralph got, he chose to confide in Courtney, another person that's on the show that is in the same circle as his wife. And it's just interesting that you chose to confide in your newfound cousin so much when you barely even know the girl. Real interesting. You got Ralph got siblings. Ralph got, you know, I'm sure he got probably aunties and stuff and folks to talk to, but you chose Courtney. Very interesting. Okay, so we get the Sanya segment. She talked about her unfortunate miscarriage. God bless her heart. But thank God she got through it, and now she's pregnant again, and she's actually due on Christmas Day. So have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the Rosses, in the words of TLC. Let's hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ling, ting-ting-a-ting-a-ling, do. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Let's not do it. Y'all don't give me T-Boz. So yeah, she said that she was very disappointed in Kenya Mohor because apparently Kenya did not reach out to her during her time of need like all the other ladies did. Kenya said she tried to call her, but she didn't pick up the phone. They also got into the whole Mommy Nation thing when Kenya wore that ugly dress. And Centipede, giving Rebe Jackson tease. And I love the dress back then, you know, when Rebe had it on, but Kenya's was the fool. But so they talked about that, and her and Sanya got into it briefly about that. Sanya's issue with Kenya is that she's one way on camera, but then off camera, when it's time to really show up and be her friend, she's not her real life friend. Kenya was just like, well, I just don't trust you fully because you flip-flop and you talk back and forth, but you actually don't flip-flop because you actually clearly have Marlo's them side. I do wish Sanya admit that she has picked a side. She is on the side of Marlo. But with that said, it's not like this is only Sanya's second season, so she really don't know Kenya like that. And Kenya really don't know her. And neither one of them owe each other anything. So I don't know. I wish they just admit that and call it a day. And who cares, really, whose side who's on? It's split pretty much down the middle. We got Kenya, Candy, Monyetta, and Kenya, Candy, Monyetta, and Drew. And then we got Courtney, Marlo, Sanya, and Sheree. And that's how it's been pretty much the whole season. So, I mean, who cares? Let me see. Kenya Moore, she also has revealed that she's going to adopt. Instead of going through the whole thing with having another baby by Mark and the whole surrogacy thing, she has decided to adopt, which is great. More Black people should adopt. I don't know what the process is like to adopt. I'm sure that it's a lot. I heard that it's a lot. But I love it. I love the fact that she's going to adopt. So yeah, I think there's so many more kids that are already born into messed up situations that need help, you know, versus being so focused on having your own. You know, she had her own with little baby Brooklyn. She's cute as a button. But now it's time to move on to new pastures, and I'm happy for Kenya with that. You know, I'm loving the new Kenya more. I do, and I'm proud of her for her growth. But I just don't like the hypocrisy of it all that she be giving. And she's able to grow and become a new person and all this other stuff, but nobody will allow other people to. You know, it's just, you know, you are this, you know, woman of today, of sophistication, and everybody like you and you fan favorite and all this. But I remember who you was when you first got on the show. Okay, for the first couple of years, couldn't nobody stand Kenya Moore the same way they don't like Marlo now. So it's interesting who's allowed grace, or how people forget, versus how other people refuse to forget anything they do. So we're gonna move on. let me see. Sheree, she went on this whole thing with Candy, how people have requested her to come back and stuff because the show has been boring. The show's still boring with you on there, Sheree. A fan question asked Candy, why don't you just leave and go to new pastures? You're busy and blah, blah, blah. Candy did a speak on it on her YouTube channel. She explained that she basically bit off more than she could chew. She was extremely busy with dealing with escape and all the emotions and extraness that come with the escape, and doing the plays and all that, and movies and everything, and then Housewives on top of that, which is extra drama and foolishness, and all these girls coming at her at one time. It was just a lot happening for her, but she said that she don't necessarily want to leave the show. But yeah, I'm sure she don't. Yeah. Now should she? It's a different story. Okay, Candy is also going to be one of the producers on The Wiz that's coming up on Broadway, and so good for her. Let me see. They got on the whole Marlo and Candy thing about the whole shooting. Basically, they tried to create a whole storyline. It didn't work. Marlo shitted and fell in it when it came to this one. This was the one thing that I did not agree with Marlo on, and she was reaching and being extra and foolish. And yeah, I don't like the picking on Candy that she does. I don't like that. I would never walk with anybody messing with somebody for nothing. And Marlo was definitely reaching when it came to this whole shooting thing, and her nephew and all that kind of stuff. Rest in peace to him. No disrespect to him or her or the family. But I'm just saying, girl, for you to bring this up 2 years later and all of a sudden you hurt and all this, Drew's comment about the shooting triggered you. And complete BS, Marlo. Now, like I said, I rock with you when it comes to Kenya. Get her. Because it's just two Aquarius sisters, two beautiful women, who is pretty much damn the same person, but they don't see it going back and forth. So it's an equal match to me when it comes to Kenya and Marlo. But when it comes to Marlo and Candy, leave Candy alone, Marlo. Stop being a bully. Okay. So let me see. Ralph came out. Ralph looks good. He's very handsome, Ralph, but all the other shit he gives is, what is it worth, really? Drew handed Ralph a peach. She got all kind of stuff underneath her skirt. I just don't know how she sat on all that stuff. He said he's here to clear his name, and they still haven't told the kids about the separation and all that kind of stuff. I said, girl, gone. Andy asked Ralph and Drew, have they cheated? They both said no. And then Ralph was just like, well, what about Ty? And getting into that whole thing, I said, Lord have mercy. He said he want to be mature. Ralph said Drew said she's over the games and the foolishness that he pulling. He be one way on camera, then another way back at home. Because they're still staying together, by the way, while getting a divorce. Which is tough to wake up and here come your future ex-husband walking down the steps talking about what's for breakfast. I don't know how people do that. Let me see. That's when they got into the whole thing of Drew's assistant. That man that she was sitting with in a scene. It was the assistant that was going around saying she slept with Ty. See, that's what I was saying. When I saw that Drew had so many people on her team, 12 assistants and 4 hairdressers and 4 stylists and 4... I'm like, who is all these girls that you got around you, Drew? All these people, it can't be your friends. First of all, you're not that famous. Second of all, why do you need this whole team of people? Like, girl, who is all these people that you got? Drew got a lot of messy people she hang around every day. She don't even know it. Bless her heart. At one point, Drew pulled out her phone. Apparently, some big booty girl do a text message told Ralph, when you gonna bring me back the D? And she wasn't talking about Domino's. And Ralph, he briefly talked about the Vegas trip. He said he was never gonna do the whole stripping thing. That was just, something that they was talking about briefly or whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing Ralph as a stripper personally, but getting back to this. I got on the whole adoption thing with JoJo. Ralph said that he didn't really want to adopt the baby or he refused to or whatever because JoJo has a dad and he very much so wants to be in his life. Drew just don't wants that, I guess. I kind of see that way too, folks. I mean, Ralph, you did profit off of being a bonus dad, a stepdad, by writing a book and stuff. You've been there for now long, and you married to Drew. That boy came with Drew. That was her son. So if you gonna love me and be all up on me and devote your life to me, you got to devote your life to my child as well. Okay? Outside of the kids that we have created together, my son come with me. He roll with me. That's my son. So if you taking me, you taking him. You know? So I don't know. But Drew also need to be realistic and mature on take out of her feelings of how she feel about her first baby daddy and understand and recognize the fact that he wants to be in his child's life. So just give him a chance. And apparently she said that he's been doing better. So I don't know. Let me see. You know, at one point Drew had got extremely emotional. She got up, she was just irritated and mad. And she got up and left. Ralph did not come after her. He told her she was acting. I think they're both actors, but hey. Said that she was acting, and Monietta and Sanya went back to talk to her, and her sister Allison was already there. Allison want her to bring up the private investigator. Apparently the stuff that she's found out about Ralph. But she was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Then, girl, you might as well. Ralph is dragging you through the mud, baby. Ralph is throwing the handle in you. I don't even think Ralph ever liked you, girl. So, you know, the same thing that you give to him, that he give to you, you need to give to him. And the first thing you need to do is move out the house. Get the hell out. Girl, get on. Get you a cute little apartment somewhere, like, or something. Just leave him there. You know, ain't even no need to get in all arguments. Oh, this is my house. You're going to leave. And girl, get your 12 assistants and your 4 hairstylists and your 4 road managers and get the hell on. Now y'all rent out a hotel or something. Girl, gone. Your peace is everything at this point. You going through too much, Drew, to still sit here and look at the man that's supposed to be by your side, but he's the main one that's dragging you through the mud. To wake up and him knocking on your door talking about what we gonna eat for the day. Are you serious, you bastard? Okay. So, yeah, so Drew ended up coming back out there. She was very emotional, understandably, and what a strong woman she is, no lie, Drew. That's a lot to go through. I don't know how she sit across from him and to go back home to him at the end of the day. You sitting there going back home, chilling, taking a shower. You walk out and he's sitting right there at the table, eating. See, I don't know why I always go back to food, but I would just choke him. How she don't choke him, y'all? I don't know. But Drew performed her new single called "Threw Us Away." I like the song. She got an acapella version too. It's on iTunes. Drew Sidora, "Threw Us Away." I like the song. Like I said, it was very awkward and weird to have her to sing. Nobody was in the mood for that. We didn't need it. It wasn't necessary. And she was singing to him, and he was rolling his eyes the whole time. And I don't know. With everything that's done went down, with everything that we know as the viewers of the show, with everything that has happened, Drew, you are a complete fool if you take Ralph back. You know, I'm not in the relationship. I'm not in the marriage. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I am just a homosexual on YouTube. So I'm not you. I'm not a woman. So I'm not you in the situation, Sidora. But Sidora, if you take that man back, you's a fool, sis. That's all I gotta say. Cause I don't mean no harm. But all this stuff that's happening with cousin Courtney and the posts and Ralph is capitalizing off the fame that he done got from this show. He wants to. I wasn't surprised to see Ralph on a reality show after this somewhere, because he loves it. He loves the attention. and he is doing whatever he got to do to comfort you. But then he probably back at home apologizing and hugging you and kissing on you and stuff. Drew, leave. Drew, please leave. I hope she leaves. I hope she leaves. Bless her heart. But we're going to pray for everybody, I guess. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at @SKinsWord on Instagram and Twitter, at @SKinsWord89 on Snapchat, Chess King on Facebook, MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal, MrChalaki on TikTok as well. And then my name is Chaseyboy, CHASEYBOY. But yes, MrChalaki on the TikTok. And yeah, thank y'all for watching Real Housewives of Atlanta with me. It's been a journey, darlings. I love you guys. I love your commentary. I'm definitely gonna do a live soon. I've been wanting to plan the lives out, but planning stuff for me just don't work. It just, with my current just life situation, it just doesn't work, because it's just all right when I get ready. It's just always something. So but I definitely let y'all know on the community tab when I actually do go live, and when I actually, regardless of what may occur, I can just be on live with y'all. But y'all be on the channel, stay tuned, be notified, because I may still do random lives just whenever I feel the spirit, child. Every time I feel the spirit living in my heart, I will pray. Yes, God. Stay tuned for my other reviews. The Love and Hip Hop at Miami, so On the Way Up reunion part 2 coming up, probably tomorrow. And so yes, many more to come. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up in October and in September, November. So yes. Run me my money, or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye.